Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be unboxing the Air India 747-400 by Inflight200. Now I'm sure you guys are confused looking at the packaging, but let me explain to you why this box looks different as compared to every other Inflight200 release. So if you've already seen the 747-200 unboxing video on my channel, you will be aware that the Inflight200 model comes with just one accessory, which is the stand, and I found this to be pretty boring for a plane so iconic, so I decided to give the box and the accessories inside it a makeover. For the outside packaging, I went with this black magnetic box and designed these stickers to give it a nice contrast and a minimalistic feel. So without wasting any more time, let's begin today's unboxing. So pending any official news from the airline, Air India has quietly retired all of their 747-400s from service. Coincidentally, Victor Tango Echo Victor Bravo happened to be the last Air India 747 to be delivered to the airline. I've had the chance to fly on this aircraft several times, so of course this plane holds a very special place in my heart, and I'm so happy to have this farewell edition model in my collection. Here I am taking off the styrofoam lid, and there she is, an absolutely stunning model by Inflight200. I love how they've got the ivory color of the fuselage just right, and it looks spectacular. So now let's talk about the accessories. Of course, you have the Inflight200 metallic stand that has the Air India titles along with Boeing 747 and the scale of the aircraft. There's a cushioning on top to prevent any scratches on the model, but apart from that, I got some more custom accessories made just for this model. Starting off with this stunning keychain which has the Air India mascot, the Indian Maharaja, on one side and the Air India logo on the other side. Next up, we have this amazing farewell edition Air India 747 card that has the registration of the aircraft, the scale of the aircraft, and at the back there is the Inflight200 logo along with the item number. The fact that the card reads farewell edition makes me so nostalgic, knowing the Air India jumbos will no longer be a part of the Indian skies and they will be truly missed. And now, of course, for the star of this video, the model itself. Let's get it gently out of the box, place it on my airport terminal mat and have a closer look. I'm in absolute awe of everything about this model. Let's begin with the close-ups of the right side of the fuselage. Starting with the nose section of the aircraft, here we have the cockpit windows along with the windshield wipers. Here are the passenger windows with the Jaroka prints. Here are the pitot probes. Here's the flag of India, Velha Goa, which is the name of the aircraft, the Star Alliance logo, the passenger door, and here we have the nose landing gear doors with the registration of the aircraft, and here we have the forward cargo compartment door. There are also some markings for some ports and antenna at the bottom. Here we have the cheat line of the aircraft. Here's the upper deck door with two antennas on top of the aircraft. By the wing root, there are some printed details of the landing lights of this aircraft. Another small yet interesting detail I would like to point out is the white jewel on the nose landing gear indicating the taxi light of the aircraft. Also notice how each small marking on every passenger door is so well detailed. Moving along to the midsection of the aircraft, here we have the Air India titles in English. Here we have the passenger door, and here we have engine number 3 and engine number 4. Here at the aft section, we have an antenna bump at the top along with an antenna at the back. Here we have a passenger door, the Boeing 747-400 titles, and antenna at the bottom, the two cargo compartment doors, the registration of the aircraft, the outflow valve, and the last passenger door on the right side. Now here we are at a rather infamous spot of this model, the tail colors. It's not like Inflight200 has not done this livery before, which makes this error even more surprising. In case you're still wondering what I'm talking about is the contrast between the red and the orange on the tail of this aircraft. Here's a picture of the actual airplane. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this color discrepancy. That being said, let's have a look at the left side of this gorgeous aircraft. I'll only be covering the differences that were missing on the other side. The very first noticeable difference is that the Velha Goa name of the aircraft is now in Hindi. Here we have the cockpit overhead escape hatch, and here we have the IATA logo that was not present on the right side. The Air India titles, of course, now are in Hindi, written in the Devanagari script. The cargo doors, of course, are absent on the left side of the aircraft. The left side of the tail has Air India titles in English and the right side of the aircraft has the Air India titles in Hindi. Here's my favorite shot of the 747. What a majestic looking aircraft. Now let's look at the wing details. Apart from the two engines, we also have the registration of the aircraft and the markings for the ailerons, the spoiler panels, the flaps and the flap track fairings. The left side of course is identical, but the registration is now underneath the wing. Here we have the inboard and outboard leading edge slats. Air India had a total of 13 Boeing 747-400s in their fleet, out of which 6 were owned by the airline. Now let's take a closer look at the 4 Pratt & Whitney 4056 engines on this aircraft. The engine mold is very accurate and the fan blades on each engine spin. Once again, the contrast between the red and the orange on the engine is very less, making the engines look red altogether. Apart from that, of course, the exhaust finish is really nice. Now that we've covered most aspects of the fuselage in detail, let's flip this model around and have a closer look at the underbelly of the aircraft. The one thing that stands out almost instantly is the wing joint on the Inflight200 747 mold. Apart from that, of course, there are some very nice details such as the antennas, some ports and vents. Here we have the Inflight200 logo, some more vents and of course the anti-collision light. As for the landing gear, unfortunately it is a fixed landing gear without a tilt, but the landing gear wheels of course spin. The gear doors are nice and detailed. Here are some gear door markings and here's the mount for the stand along with an antenna. As mentioned earlier, the left underwing has the registration of the aircraft. The engines also have nice markings underneath and of course the flaps are very well detailed under the wing. As for the underside of the tail section of the aircraft, here are 2 outflow valves, here's an antenna and here are the APU maintenance doors. Now before I mount the aircraft on the stand, I have a surprise unboxing for my viewers. Any guesses what's inside the box? Let me know in the comments if you get it right. During my recent flights, an Air India airport manager gifted this Maharaja statue to me, which I absolutely love. Of course, I'm not gonna give you an in-depth review of a Maharaja statue, but all I can say is it looks really nice and is super well detailed. Now here's the queen of the skies, the Jumbo, along with the Air India Maharaja statue. Here's the 747 with the new packaging, the Maharaja, the keychain and the farewell edition card. In conclusion, this is one of the holy grails of Indian aviation and a must-have for every Indian collector. Despite the tail colors not being so accurate, I would highly recommend you to get your hands on this model. I am still not over the fact that the Air India 747s will no longer be around, an aircraft type that's been in the Air India family for over 50 years now. But at least to have this model makes me feel like I have a part of history in my collection forever. The Jumbos hold a special place in every aviator's heart across the world, and it's so sad to see them gone so soon. These birds will be truly missed, but their legacy will live on forever. A bittersweet end to an era. Goodbye, the Queen of the Skies. Thank you for your service.